Nation.
The little prince in outer space can catch a shooting star and sail away. Perhaps one day he'll come your way.
Bonjour, my friends. Do you wish to hear a very strange story, eh? Well, I am certain you know the names of all the great planets out in the sky. But did you know far out in space there is one tiny little planet called only B612? That is true, mon ami. And this whole small world is ruled by the little prince. But of course, he is the only one who lives on his planet. So it is not so difficult to be the ruler, you see. Still, it keeps him quite busy. He must look after 3 small volcanoes, one extinct. And he waters his one rose carefully each day and watches it grow like a lovely young girl blossoming. Well, so this is where the strange part of my story begins. One day he saw a flock of wild geese flying by. He leaped up, grasped their feet, and they flew him far off into space and back again. And zoot, can you guess what that thrilling flight did to the little prince, huh? It gave him a great desire to travel far and wide. Now he wished to fly much farther into space, to visit other planets, and perhaps to meet other... He came down right in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Well, so at first he thought perhaps he must be on some new and lifeless planet. It is easy to understand, oui? I felt the same way myself, mon ami. Without food or water, the desert can be a most difficult place, no?
This is an awful big, empty place. I guess nobody lives here. I can see why. All flat and dry, no houses, no birds or flowers. What a waste. Ah, but it has a sunrise. It's my old friend. My planet is so small, I see the sunrise every half hour. Hi. Good morning, son. Remember me? From planet B612?
Poor little prince. He wished for a friend so very much. But he was such a small dot on such a big world, the sun could not see him.
Phew. This country is all sand and there's no end to it. I could have walked around my planet 5 times by now. Ooh, a flower. Hi down there.
Low up there.
Do you know if there's any men in this big, lonely world?
Well, I think there's only 6 or 7. They passed by here once with funny-looking animals.
Do they live nearby?
Men don't put down roots.
They're not wise, like flowers.
If you don't put down roots, the wind will blow you away. Goodbye.
Hello, the little prince was beginning to think he made a great mistake coming back to Earth again.
Hello, out there! Out there! Out there! Out there! Please tell me who you are. What's your name? What's your name? Your name! Your name! Your name! Your name! I asked them first. This is a funny place. You can't find the people, so you can't have a friend. And if you can't have friends, then what good is anything?
The little prince began to grow quite homesick when he thought of all the very pleasant things on his small planet. His tiny volcanoes, which he cleaned out so carefully each day, the colorful butterflies and flowers, and most of all, his lovely young rose girl. Ah, très charmant. But just when he was feeling so bad, he heard me working on my airplane.
Mon Dieu, you are a stubborn one.
Well, it was the first human voice he had heard, so he ran toward it tout de suite. Can you imagine what he thought when he saw an airplane for the first time, huh? You are one stubborn mule, and you do not fly any better than a mule. If you were a mule, perhaps we could go for help. Why did I wish to fly a mail over the desert anyway? Huh? Could that be a person? Of course it is not a person. I am seeing mirages.
A big bird! Is it hurt?
Mon Dieu! Where did you come from?
I fly with geese. Is that your goose?
My goose? Oui, it is a cooked goose.
Really?
Have you never seen an airplane before, mon petit? Well, you see, I am a pilot. I fly high up in the clouds.
You are the bird. Did you hatch from an egg, Mr. Bird?
No.
I'll hold onto your legs and you can fly me back to my planet. It's much prettier than this.
Mon cher, I do not fly. My airplane, it flies, and we cannot make trips to other planets.
I can.
You have the good imagination, mon petit. Now, so, this is mail. Letters people write. I deliver them fast. Woof, par avion.
Good. Can we take a letter to Mars?
Who you are or how you got here, je ne sais pas. Perhaps you are a mirage, but you cannot write a letter and toss it woof up to Mars.
No?
No, there is nothing on Mars. No living thing. There is no air and it is freezing cold.
Huh. Can't be. I met a man on Venus who said he was from Mars. I'd like to write him a letter.
I will not even answer that.
My planet is B612. It has air and sunshine, and it's always very nice.
B612? B612? I do not know it.
Well, it's very small, but very pretty. And it's so far away you can't see it from here. I don't like to leave it for long, but I've learned to ride on blazing comets, and now I take trips all over space. A few weeks ago, I went to M31 in the Andromeda Galaxy. I met a man who owned all the stars in the sky. He said he owned them because nobody else ever thought of saying they owned them. I met all kinds of neat people like that, but most of all, I like the ones I meet on your planet, so I come back here a lot.
That is a most incredible story, mon petit. But at this moment, I will believe anything. The desert sun is beginning to affect my mind. I must repair this stupid plane quickly and fly away before I die of hunger and thirst. Do not laugh, foolish little one. You think I make the bon mot? You think that, n'est-ce pas?
You're funny.
And you are hopeless!
Aww.
You know, the longer I listened to the small garçon, the more I began to believe him. Did he come from another planet, perhaps? I must tell you, he was not much like any other enfant on this earth.
You have a very bad case of weeds all over your face. I always cut down any weeds on my planet.
Weeds? Oh, no, these are whiskers.
You just let them grow?
They grow when men grow up. They prove, well, you are a man.
Whiskers prove all that?
They help.
I think they bury your face if you don't cut them. Like the baobab trees that try to grow on my planet. I have to cut them down quick or they crush my whole world. Gee, you wouldn't want your face to be overgrown with weeds, would you? It's a very nice face. Don't crush it.
Merci, mon petit.
Can you draw me a sheep? If I had sheep, they could eat up the young baobabs.
I cannot draw.
Please.
Mon Dieu, I cannot be talking about whiskers or drawing sheep. I must get this stupid plane repaired so I can live this suffocating desert. Comprendez-vous?
Maybe you can talk about the sky.
No,
I've never seen dark clouds like those before.
a bad sandstorm is coming.
The wind is very
Sacre bleu, it was the worst storm I ever saw in the desert. The sheets of driving sand were blinding. I wished to protect my small friend, but he did not know the meaning of fear. You see, he could not believe nature is hard and cruel sometimes.
Hang on! It will be over in a minute!
But that minute went on for hours. The desert would not be happy until it had brushed us away and covered us over like so many small crumbs beneath a tablecloth. Well, so I thought that was the end of us, but the little prince brought us luck, perhaps. We came through that sandstorm very gritty, but safe. We are like desert rats coming from a hole. The plane! What could have become of it? It is too big to blow away, I think.
I'll look for it. It hid itself in the sand just like we did.
Ah, now we have it. Ah, mon Dieu. That was hard, mon petit. You dug like a small sand lizard. I did not think. You must be very tired and hungry also. Oui, I have a little food.
I'm okay.
Now you may call this a real sandwich. Oui. Ooh. Sand. So, that is gone, but the sand could not spoil the drinking water. We have the good, sweet water.
Is it really good?
Mmm. In a desert, it is worth more than gold.
Well, if it's that good, I'll try it.
Ah, easy. Easy, easy, easy.
It really is good. I'll have to drink more water. I've been giving it to the flowers on my planet.
You give it to flowers? And I give it to funny aliens on this planet. Hopeless. This sick mule will never fly. It is over. Fini. Without water, we will very soon die of thirst.
Don't worry. I'll find more of the good water right away.
Eh? You cannot go out there. You will be lost, and you will not find water.
But you had water.
Oui, but it is sand. All sand. There is no water on the desert. Garçon! Another mule. Mon petit, wait! You must have two things to get the water. This bucket and me. Hello, we walked for hours under the blazing sun and found nothing. But the little one said he thought the desert was beautiful, très magnifique. He said it was because somewhere it adds a well, like the stars. What gives them both beauty, you see, is something that is invisible. Well, perhaps I was just a little mad from heat and thirst, but I said, oui, things are very invisible on the desert. Sans doute. Ah, but look, just ahead. Palm trees, an oasis. Must be water.
Don't hurry. It's nothing.
You thought you could hide from us.
it adds again. A mirage.
Invisible. Somewhere a well is hidden. Somewhere invisible.
Please, you mustn't stop now. Try harder. I'll help you.
Mon cher, where do you get your strength? Mine is all gone.
Won't you please try to believe? If you believe, you'll be strong. I'm sure we'll find water any minute. Maybe just over that hill. Yes! I see the spires of a wonderful town. That's not a mirage. It's a real town.
No, it is just another mirage. Another desert trick.
Come on! Come on!
Garçon! Oh. Oh. Oh.
See, I told you. It's real.
It was real once, hundreds of years ago. Now it is only a ghost town.
See what I found? Look, somebody drew me some sheep like I always wanted.
They are rams,
Huh?
mountain goats.
Sometimes grown-ups don't understand pictures very well. What do goats eat?
Weeds, I suppose.
Weeds! Ah, I still think it's a sheep. And it would be awful nice to take it to my planet to eat up all the baobab weeds. Do you think I could do that? Mr. Birdman, where are you? You found a well.
Ah, mon petit. This well is as dead as the people who once lived here, and as empty as the town. En avant, but their search was hopeless. Still, I could not dispute the little one. If he said he could find Earth from far out in space, then, qui sait? Perhaps he could find a simple thing like a little water, no? Better. Worlds.
Yes, my world is beautiful, but
Well, then he told me how some of the planets he visited were only water, and some were solid ice, while others were all on fire. A few were just great balls of gas, not solid at all. You know, mon ami, Earth began to seem very nice.
Look! Water! A lake! It is real!
real!
Good wet water!
Nice and cool.
Well, so you have made me believe, little prince. It must be a most marvelous world you come from, oui?
It's called B612.
How you came here, je ne sais pas. But I much enjoy your company.
Merci.
If you ever come back, you must land farther north. You will love Switzerland.
Merci again.
Meanwhile, I will keep looking up at the sky, trying to know just which of those little lights is yours.
I'd like that.
All men see the stars, but they are not the same for everyone. For flyers, they are guides, like road signs in the sky. For some, only small twinkling lights. For astronomers, they are very, very big problems to cope with.
But now you'll see the stars like nobody else does, because on one of them I'll be living and laughing. So when you look up at the sky at night, you'll have stars that can laugh.
Laugh?
Sometimes open your window at night, look up at the stars, and laugh back.
Oui, but then perhaps the stars will not like being laughed at.
Then laugh right right at that spot. See the bright red star? My planet is right next to it, but so small you can't see it.
Ah, and will you be going back to your planet soon, mon petit?
On the next comet.
That is something I would like very much to see.
You could.
If only I had, well, some small souvenir to give you.
I'd like to have that sheep.
It is impossible. You see, it is only an ancient wall painting, not a real sheep. A drawing, imaginary.
But I know anything you can imagine can really be.
I cannot argue that, mon cher. You are a philosopher. So now, it has been a long, hard day. Let us try to sleep, oui?
It's time to leave, Mr. Birdman. A comet will be coming by very soon. I'm glad I met you, and I hope all Earthmen are like you. I'll always remember you, my friend.
The desert is so cold. Garçon!
Mon petit, where are you?
Can it be possible? He says he got his ship and went back to his planet. How? Did he really catch a comet? Oui, he must have got a comet going home. Ah, mon ami, the little prince made me realize we have much to learn about all the wonderful things far out in space. And sometimes, perhaps, we may also learn much about the many things all around us right here on Earth. If we believe, so we will see. The little one told me about a great many more of his exciting adventures, and I will tell them to you very soon. A bientôt.
He comes from somewhere, a world way out